And gentlemen, we are back. UFC 319, Duplessis versus Chimaev in Chicago on O Block, man. I am so fucking excited for this one, man. You know, if we're 8 months into the year, I think this is probably like the biggest fight of the year so far as a main event. Like, truthfully. I mean, Ilya versus Charles, that was very big, but that was kind of predictable. Like, we all kind of knew what was going to happen, unfortunately. But this one, like, in my opinion, this is a real, like, 50-50. Like, this is a pick 'em kind of matchup. Like, when we're going to get into it, but I'm just like, what is really going to happen? We're all going to predict. We're all going to, you know, talk about this and do our best to understand just by looking in the past and trying to understand what might happen on Saturday, but I feel like no one has the right answers, and I think it is going to unfold for us on Saturday, and we're all going to be shocked no matter the outcome. But watch it just be fucking boring as shit. But let's just get into it, man. So, Alibi Rodriguez versus Joseph Morales. This is a tough finale fight right here. And I'm not going to pretend like I watched Tough. It fucking sucks, straight up. But I did do a minimal research, and Alibi Idris seems like he's pretty damn good, to be honest. He is 11-0. Morales is 13-2. It's also a respectable record. But from what I've seen, just like from like looking at clips and past fights, this guy seems like he's pretty fucking damn good. So I'm gonna go with Alibi Idris. I mean, these guys are flyweights. These guys aren't world beaters. No one's gonna cold the other one. So I think it's going to be a very competitive fight, but I think Alibi Idris will be able to get the decision to win himself, you know, that tough finale, which is a pretty good accomplishment. But also, let's take it a step back too. Do good fighters even come from Tough anymore? Just look at like the last four big guys that came out of last seasons of Tough. Robert Valentin, 3-fight losing streak. Ryan Loder got knocked the fuck out by Azmat Bakov in the first round. Khan Ofli, 2-fight losing streak. Myron Santos is the only one that's winning, and he had a boring-ass fight against Sadiq Youssef earlier in the year, and then had arguably a robbery against, who was that kid's name? Whatever. But arguably a robbery in his fight before that. So, you know, who cares? Who cares about tough fighters, to be honest? Next, Karine Silva, Dion Barbosa. I'm going with Karine Silva. They're two Brazilian chicks, so they definitely know BJJ. At least they fucking better, or else what are you doing? I'm gonna go with Karine Silva though, because as far as I know, she does train with the Fighting Nerds, so she's got a little bit of the touch of a touch of the Fighting Nerdism. Hopefully, they've improved her striking to where she can actually come out there and land some good shots. You know, make a competitive fight look a lot more one-sided. A potential competitive fight look a lot more one-sided. So I'm going with Karine Silva. Next one, Brian Battle, Nursultan Ruziboyev. Straight up, bro. Everyone knows at this point, at least everyone should know, Nursultan Ruziboyev is a certified can crusher. That guy is a can crusher. Don't let that 36-9 fool you. He fucking beats the shit out of nobodies, bro. I poked Cedric Dumas into a freaking TKO. Lost, got his ass whooped by Joaquin Buckley. You know, beat Eric McConaughey on like 3 days notice. Well, and Eric McConaughey just got to win, so I guess it's aging well, but not really at the same time. Who gives a fuck about Eric McConaughey? And I think he lost to Cody Brundage, but whatever. I mean, I just don't think he's that good, whereas Brian Battle is pretty good. He had a bad weight cut in his last one, and I was also down a weight class of 170. Maybe, although he was stringing together a good win streak and was gaining some popularity in welterweight, maybe it just really isn't his fit. I think here at middleweight, he'll be healthy. He'll have a good weight cut. He's fast. Dude, the guy's durable. He's got a chin on him. He would take shots to give shots back, and I'm going to believe in his finishing ability and his takedown defense against Nursultan Ruziboyev to either get a finish in like maybe the third round, like a late finish, or just a very good decision win for himself. Next, Edson Barboza, Drakkar Klose. I see a lot of people picking against Edson Barboza, like on Instagram and shit. And I get it, you know, he's lost 2 in a row. Right? He has lost 2 in a row. Yes, he's lost 2 in a row from what I remember. Has he? Yes, he has. Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm getting freaking like schizophrenia over here. I'm having memory loss. But it's not that Edson Barboza is still that good, because I feel like he is starting to slow down at this point in his career with his age and his body and just all the damage he's taken over the years, but it's just more of the fact that Drakkar Klose is just that bad. Got murdered by by Joel Alvarez in his last fight. And I mean, he was never that good to begin with. He's never had much of a chin. He's never had much of a grappling ability. Never had much of striking talent. He's just kind of like a nothing, to be honest. You know, he had the slam KO. Good for you. But that's not enough to beat someone like Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza is still fast. He still has great striking. He just maybe a little lost his step. Maybe he doesn't string it together as seamlessly as he once did, but he is still good. So I'm gonna go with Edson Barboza, man. And it's back up in lightweight, so maybe add some not cutting down at this age and adding some weight on. That will actually be good for him. Maybe that'll actually be a positive. Next, no way that got canceled. I did not hear that this got canceled, so I'm still gonna address it. But let's just get into it. Chase Hooper, Alexander Hernandez. Dude, I don't give a shit about Alexander Hernandez. Straight up, I don't think he's that good. I feel like the only thing that he has going for him is that his physicality. He can hold people down because he's big and he's pretty strong, but he's not really that good. He doesn't have good striking, and even holding people down. Are you going to be able to hold someone like Chase Hooper down? Like Chase Hooper, great scrambles, great jiu-jitsu, really good wrestling, and he's also been putting it together on the feet more. I feel like Chase Hooper has all the tools to nullify anything that Alexander Hernandez is going to throw at him in this fight. And for those reasons, I'm going for a Chase Hooper decision. I feel like this should be, honestly, like, this one, in my opinion, is a bit of a lock. Like, Chase Hooper should definitely get this. Like, this is definitely a step up from Jim Miller, but Alexander Hernandez, he ain't shit. So, let's just be real with each other. Next, Lupe Godinez, Jessica Andrade. Man, are we still pegging Jessica Andrade in Big 2025? Because I don't think so. I'm going to go with Lupe Godinez on this to get, like, a very boring decision. In that Julia Palastri fight, which was at UFC Mexico, Lupe Godinez took her down effortlessly and held her down the entire round, and that's what I'm expecting in this fight. And it was and she does have good striking. She was going tit for tat with Julia Palastri, with Mackenzie Dern. She's had striking battles, so we know she can take a fucking punch. So I think that she's gonna be able to weather all of Jessica Andrade's storm and just be able to hold her down. This is going to be a very, very boring fight, but at least Jessica... But, nothing's going to happen to Jessica Andrade if she loses again, because they love her or what. They must love her or something, because they keep her in here for so long. So nothing's going to happen to her, and then Lupe Godinez gets to go on another run, get another win streak together again for herself, which is great. Next, GM3, the GOAT, versus Mikhail Aleksejczyk. I am going to go with... Fuck, dude. I'm going to go with Mikhail Aleksejczyk. A little bit also some touch of the fighting nerds-tism mixed with some good durability. I think he has, yes, he did get his arm broken by Kevin Holland. That's a very bad look. But Kevin Holland is definitely a step up above GM3. Let's be open and honest with each other. GM3 is not Kevin Holland's level. But GM3 can make it tricky for a lot of people, so I think this is going to be a tricky fight. I think he can make it tricky at first, and then it'll get sloppy. And then when it gets sloppy, that's when Mikhail Aleksejczyk is going to fuck him up. And he's going to get a finish. I'm picking Mikhail Aleksejczyk by finish in this one. I hope I'm right with this one. This one's a real toss-up for me. Next, King Green, Diego Ferreira. I was literally on Twitter and Instagram earlier today, just doom scrolling like a freaking bum. I did not see any news that this fight was canceled. So unless this happened 2 minutes before I made this video, I'm going to assume it's still happening. So Diego Ferreira, King Green. Why am I even calling him King Green? Fucking Bobby Green, Robert Green. Idiot, dude. Don't fucking change your name to King, especially when you're 38 years old. Literally 38 years old. Guessed it. Perfect. Diego Ferreira, Bobby Green. I don't care about Diego Ferreira's age. I just care about his ability, and he's really fucking good, man. He is good. I picked him to beat Grant Dawson. He very much disappointed me, but Grant Dawson is very good. He has great grappling, and he was able to just use that to hold Diego Ferreira down and just rain down a freaking hellstorm of strikes against him on his freaking face. Crazy ground and pound. Bobby Green is not going to do that. Bobby Green will never do that to anybody. Unless maybe a fucking little kid or something. Bobby Green, his chin is non-existent at this point. He's been sent to the Shadow Realm twice in a year span, just about. Yeah? No. It's definitely been over a year. But he's been sent to the Shadow Realm twice in recent memory. And on top of that, he's been getting dropped left and right. Got submitted out cold by Patty. Killed by Jalen Turner. Killed by Mauricio Heavy. Dropped by Tony Ferguson. Dropped by Jim Miller. They had a bit of a war, too, at UFC 300. I just don't think this dude can take shots anymore. And even if he can, Diego Ferreira is fast enough to where he can set up good takedowns with his shots. And he should win this by finish. If he doesn't, I will genuinely be shocked. This is Bobby Green we're talking about, man. This isn't Grant Dawson. This is Bobby Green. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is a lock because I'm that confident in Diego Ferreira winning, and he better fucking win or I'm going to be pissed. Next, Tim Elliott, Kaya Sakura. If you're wondering what that thudding is, I'm hitting the steering wheel in my car while I'm suffocating to death in the heat. But Kaya Sakura he had a bad showing against Pantoja. He did land a flying knee, pretty much his only highlight in the fight. But I mean, that was a huge step up in competition from Ryzen. And I mean, it's just not a good look. It's not a good look for the UFC. It's not a good look for him. But he's coming up against Tim Elliott, man. Tim Elliott, his last fight, what was against? So, like, some Korean kid that he just slimed out like in a minute, I think. And before that, he got finished by Muhammad Makayev. Like, Tim Elliott is just not that guy anymore. I don't even know how he's still ranked, to be honest. Well, I feel like there's so many flyweights just coming and going these days. How is this dude still here? But his time has come. His time has come. Kaya Sakura, I need you to slime out Tim Elliott. I need you to kill him on pay-per-view for me. I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it live. Kaya Sakura, man, he's good, man. He's a brawler. He does have grappling ability. It's not Pantoja level, but I believe it's good enough to nullify all of Tim Elliott's grappling that he tries to get off. And also, I just think that Kaya Sakura is also very durable, and Tim Elliott just doesn't hit that hard. So I think, Kaya Sakura is going to take his shots, and he's going to try and grapple him. He's going to be like, yeah, this guy has nothing for me, and he's just going to go off. Like, they're going to be feeling each other out. Who knows? They may even take the entire first round. If the whole first round might be boring, you'll be like, oh yeah, this fight's a dud. And then the second round, Kaya Sakura is just going to blitz him hard, show him that freaking rising freaking tenacity that those guys have, and he's going to soccer kick him to the freaking head. No, I'm kidding. No. Imagine if he did that. Imagine if that happened. He soccer kicks him to the back of the fucking head while he's on the ground. Oh my gosh, bro, that'd be insane. I hope that doesn't happen, but it would be kind of crazy to see at the same time. Next, so Kaya Sakura by finish. Next, Michael Page, Jared Cannonier. This is my main event, to be honest. Jared Cannonier is my fucking boy. I love Jared Cannonier. I think he's fucking awesome. I'm such a huge fan of Jared Cannonier. His loss against Imavov and Baralho hurt me physically, especially the Imavov one, because I feel like he was low-key winning that, and Herzog just had to step in and stop that fucking fight up against the cage. Meanwhile, Herzog didn't stop that, Muhammad Yahya fight in Abu Dhabi. He got dropped 11 fucking times and he didn't stop it, but he stops Cannonier when he's lightly rocked up against the cage. Okay, Herzog. It's refs like Herzog where it's like, yeah, these guys get paid off for sure. But, dude, fuck Michael Page, bro. This karate point style of fighting with, the little blitzes to land, a 1-2, maybe a trip here and there. Fuck that shit. That shit works on Kevin Holland. It works on Shara because Shara's not that experienced, and it works on Kevin Holland because Kevin Holland he's good sometimes and he's mid, but that shit doesn't work for someone like Jared Cannonier. Jared Cannonier, people, dude, I've been seeing all kinds of crazy takes. Jared Cannonier, he doesn't use grappling. Yeah, he fucking does. He does use grappling. He does clinch. If you're gonna brawl with him, if you're getting in close with him, and he feels like he can't get a strike on you, he's gonna grab you and pull you up against the cage, and he's gonna try to grind you out to the ground. He literally did it to Imavov multiple times in that fight. I don't remember him doing it to Braujo, but I do remember him doing it to Imavov. He tried to do it against Gregory Rodriguez, but Gregory Rodriguez is very tall and he's very stocky, so it was hard for him to do, but he did still clinch him. And on top of that, he's very durable. Yeah, he gets rocked here and there. That's a lot of guys. I don't fault Jared Cannonier for being rocked. What I think is that he has great survivability. What you guys say as getting rocked, I see him as getting, obviously he gets rocked, but I see him continuing to fight and winning fights, or at least coming back and like making it close. Because yeah, he did get rocked against Imavov. He got rocked against Baraujo. Did he get knocked out by either of those guys? Did he get finished by either of those guys? Not by Baraujo. Yes, he got finished by Imavov. Fake bullshit stoppage. He got dropped by Gregory Rodriguez and he came back and he fucked him up. I think in the same round. He got dropped twice. He got dropped once in the second. I think he got dropped once in the third. He came back and dropped him at the end of the third, and then he finished it at the beginning of the fourth. Dude, Jared Cannonier is really good, man. He's got great striking, good clinching. He can get takedowns, and I just think he also has pretty damn good power. And like, Jared Cannonier is not a pussy. He does not fight passively. He will go in there and throw himself into the fire to hit you back. Like, I don't know where people think that Jared Cannonier is like this pushover. He's not. The only fight he's ever had in his entire career where he was very passive was the one against Adesanya. And that's prime Adesanya. That's win streak Adesanya. That was a title fight, his first ever. So I don't fault him for that. But ever since then, he's always been in those fights, going for the win, going for a finish, man. He is good. And this freaking Jared Cannonier slander will not stand. I will not stand for it. Okay, now let me get off my soapbox to just break down these other two. Carlos Prates, Jeff Neal. I mean, Carlos Prates really pissed me the fuck off in his last fight. I think he did that for a lot of people. He really fucking pissed me off. Really, really disappointed me. With that being said, he is still very good. He's a flow state kind of striker. Jeff Neal is a very traditional brawler kind of fighter. He just moves linearly. He tries to blitz, just land his crisp 1-2s, his hooks. You know, he's going to try and get you up against the cage and just beat you up there like what he did to Vicente Luque. And Carlos Prates, he can try that against Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates will not be there. He will be out of the way. He will weave these shots. And I think I'm seeing like another body shot TKO, to be honest, for Carlos Prates. Same thing like he did to Charles Radke. Like he's gonna move around. He's gonna switch positions. You know, he's gonna pivot, have really good pivots, and just land like good body kicks, good body strikes. You know, maybe he might even grab Jeff Neal's hand and try and crumple him with one of those knees to the bodies like he did with Radke. I don't think it'll crumple him. I don't think he's gonna, you know, it's not gonna be that like clean. But I just believe that he can set up a lot of good combinations with head strikes, body strikes, and eventually just grind out Jeff Neal into TKOing him. So I'm either gonna I'm picking Carlos Prates by decision ultimately, but I can see a TKO in like the later rounds. I don't think it'll be in the first or second. Next, Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. Let's just break this one down quick. It's gonna be Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy's gonna win. He's talented. He's undefeated. He's not young, but who gives a shit about age when you're fighting a Bellator fighter? I mean, these guys, they're Bellator fighters, bro. They're not good. We've done this experiment time and time and time again. They are mid. They are shit. They are not UFC level. Aaron Pico, dude, he hasn't fought in over a year. And it was a first round TKO. What has he been doing all this time? Just working out with Khamzat, like on the freaking assault bike? You know, running some marathons? Like, you know, taking extra freaking boxing classes at the YMCA? Like, I don't see it, man. I just don't see it. I'm tired of this. These narratives, man. Like, dude, Bellator guys, they're just not it, man. They're not it. And until one of them proves me wrong, I'm not going to pick him, man. I just can't. Like, just on principle, I'm not going to do it. But also, I just don't think he's going to win. Like, he's explosive. He has good grappling, but I don't feel like he mixes it all in too well. You know, it's pretty good, but it's, you know, Lerone Murphy has fought all kinds of guys in this featherweight division. And yeah, he gets hurt, but he always recovers. That's something I will say. He could get hurt and finish. He could. That could happen. And if that does happen, to be honest, I will not be surprised. But I believe just Lerone Murphy, just all in all, is just a better fighter, and he's going to get the win against Aaron Pico. Should be fucking easy. Let's get it done, boys. Let's get it done, boy. Next, Dricus du Plessis comes at Chimaev. This is the one we've all been waiting for. I guess this is everyone's main event. Jared Cannonier MVP is my personal main event, but fuck me, dude. I don't even know what to pick. This is like really 50-50 for me. I might even switch the day of, to be honest. Just seeing how they walk out, I might even switch the day of. Oh, fuck, man. Comes at Chimaev. Let's get some myths out of the way. His gas tank, I don't think it's as bad as people say. His striking, I don't think it's as bad as people say. His grappling, I think it is as good as people say. Dricus, I mean, we know his gas tank has gotten better. He literally got his nose fixed for his gas tank. Like, he's admitted that. We know this. I think he's, oh man. Listen, like this is what everyone's been saying. If he survives the first 2 rounds, then he has a really good shot. But will he survive the first 2 rounds? And my conclusion is that he will. I think even if he thinks that Kamza is going to get better position on him, I think he'll kind of hold. Like, he'll just wrap his legs around, put his arms around him. He's like, okay, you're not going to advance on me. Let me figure this out. Let me understand what you're trying to do. And then, I'll guide you away from that and I'll get my own thing. I think he'll be able to get back up. Not immediately. Like, they're going to be on the ground for a couple minutes. Like, literally, like the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the fight, they're going to be on the ground. And then Kamzat's eventually going to lose his grip, and Dricus is going to slide away, because it has happened. We've seen it happen. Not gonna, let's not pretend like this guy has like an insane grip. But man, like I just don't see Kamzat really finishing him. I really don't. I didn't even think he was going to finish Robert Whittaker that fast, and a lot of people didn't. And the only reason why he did it because Robert has fucked up teeth. We know this now. He had an injury, like a recurring jaw injury, that Kamzat was able to exploit. But he didn't know that. Kamzat didn't know that. He was just going in for a head crank, and next thing you know, he's breaking his jaw. To be honest, that's a bit of a fluke, to be honest. He had the position, and he probably would have gotten the finish, but the fact that he broke his jaw and got the finish like without even having to exert more energy or really figure anything else out, that's a bit of a fluke, is it not? Can we say that? Is that okay? Is that allowed? Because that's what I'm saying. But I mean, and then his fight before that was weeks' notice Kamaru Usman, who made it very competitive with him. And I know it's Kamaru Usman, but that was 2-fight losing streak Kamaru Usman, fresh off the couch on a week's notice Kamaru Usman. And he made it that fucking close to where people were saying it was a robbery. That's not a good look, man. That's not a good look. Up a weight class, too. I mean, he did show good heart in that fight, and he showed a better gas tank than we'd seen him before, but it still wasn't a good look. I'm honestly going to go with Dricus by decision. I really am. I think as the later rounds go, he'll be able to reverse positions. I think he'll even try and get takedowns on his own. And I think he is better in the striking. He's very defensively savvy. He moves back. He covers up completely. He's not susceptible to body shots like other guys are. And I think and I don't think Kamzat has the striking ability to really like show Dricus something he's never seen before. Say by the third or fourth round, Dricus has completely shut down all of his takedowns. And not saying Kamzat won't go for another one, but imagine like they're just standing there for a moment. You think Kamzat is gonna like style on him? Like he's gonna Ilia Topuria him? He's gonna freaking Mauricio Huffy him? Like he's not fighting there, dude. He's just he's an insanely good grappler with some very good fundamentals in striking. He's not a talented striker. He's just an amazing grappler, and he's been riding that his whole career. And I think we're really gonna find out what happens when you can't do that, and it's gonna be very shocking. And I'm gonna go with Dricus by decision, though. I don't think Dricus is gonna finish him either. I really don't. I think, Kamzat has a great gas tank. I think, even if it looks like Dricus is going to get a finish, Kamzat's going to dive for his legs. Dricus will sprawl. They'll probably sit there for a minute, probably both a little gassed. Then Dricus will probably get up. Kamzat will get back up, struggle to get back to his feet just because he's tired, maybe a little rocked. And then it'll just be the same thing, rinse and repeat, holding up against the cage. But I think Dricus is going to be able to put himself apart with some good takedown defense, some good reversals, and better striking. That is my conclusion. That is UFC 319. We're going to sweep the card. Straight up, I didn't make a recap video last week, but I did sweep the card. I'm counting that as a Cody Brundage win, not only because I think he won, because I thought that decision was bullshit. But let me know what you guys think, man. UFC 319 is going to be in the books this Saturday. I cannot fucking wait, bro.